I'm Krystle. I've loved dolls my whole life. I collect everything from porcelain to cloth, American Girl, neonates, and real care dolls. But my favorite is to collect and make Reborn dolls. There's Chloe, Grace, Jeremy, Maya, Yuki, Savannah, Zoe, Haley, Landon, Maisie, and Joshua. It isn't easy keeping up with my collection, but it sure is a lot of fun. Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on and show you what all of my Reborns were wearing for Canada Day. We didn't really do much. I mean, we don't generally do much to celebrate Canada Day. Usually, in the past, sometimes we would go to a fair or something like that, and just walk around, see if there's sometimes there would be booths of people selling handmade items or things like that. And so we would go there for a couple of hours to look at the stuff, get some food, and then we would head home. We never really stayed too long. And yeah, I don't know. We've never been big on doing stuff for Canada Day anyway. We usually just relax at home, and the only thing I really end up doing for Canada Day is dressing my Reborns. So this year wasn't really any different, but I know that I wanted to come on and mention how here in Canada a lot of people chose not to celebrate Canada Day. And instead they decided to wear orange instead of the red and white for Canada. And that is because we have had some very disturbing discoveries in the last few weeks, or maybe even the last month or so. There's a thing in Canada, and I believe that the US also has some of these. They're called residential schools, and they were around years and years ago. I can't remember when the last one finally closed. It was somewhere in the 90s, I believe, is when the last one closed. But anyways, so many years ago, these residential schools existed, and they were brought about by our government, as well as the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church was the ones that were staffed there, I believe, is my understanding from what I read. And the point of it was to essentially take indigenous children from their homes, from their families, and put them into these boarding schools called residential schools, where they would essentially deconstruct their culture and basically take away their indigenous culture and teach them to be more white or Canadian, however you want to look at it. And many children were abused, sexually, physically, all that stuff. Horrible things happened there. I even read that some of these schools had electric chairs as punishment for children, which is really quite disturbing and disgusting. And I just can't believe that this stuff went on in Canada many years ago, and no one knew. But basically what happened is at one of these residential schools, I don't remember how it was discovered, but a mass grave was discovered with 100 and something bodies, and the majority of those bodies were children. And so these children were taken from their families and never to be seen again. They died at these schools, and the school staff just buried them on the school grounds and never even told the parents or anything. And so these poor parents and family members never knew what happened to these children until now, I guess. But it's extremely heartbreaking. And since then, 7 schools have been searched, and every single one so far has had mass graves like this. One school in particular had over 700 bodies. Another one had over 200. I mean, the total number that I last saw, which was on Canada Day, I saw that the total at that point was up to 1,500 bodies had been found between 7 schools. And they have, I think I remember the number was like 132 or 138 left to be searched. So if they've already found 1,500 bodies at just 7 schools, can you imagine how many there are at 132 to 138 schools? So of course now they're going to be searching every school. So apparently the orange shirt started because there was a lady who was a survivor of one of these residential schools, and she talked about how when her parents sent her off to this school, they gave her this nice new orange shirt to wear, and when she got to the school, it was ripped from her and stomped on the ground by one of the staff members, and then they were given certain things that they had to wear at the school. So it's horrific. So I still dressed my babies in their Canada Day outfits because I came to realize that I don't have any orange clothes other than like pumpkin, like Halloween pumpkin related clothes. I don't have any orange clothes in my collection. And also just, despite the horrific things that we're learning about our history in Canada, I still am happy to live in Canada. This pandemic has shown, however, that our government is really messed up and is really quite incompetent. And there's major improvements to be made, and obviously there's a lot of dark history with our government and these residential schools. So I'm not going to say our government is perfect. I mean, honestly, I don't know that there's any country where government is perfect. The older I get, I come to realize that most government is corrupt in some shape or form. So but let's not get political. But there's still a lot of things that I'm very thankful for in this country, and I love the nature in Canada. I think Canada's beautiful. I've been to Vancouver, I've been to Nova Scotia, I've been to Prince Edward Island, and all are beautiful. And I've been to various parts of Ontario, to like little towns, and it's beautiful. And also Canada Day was difficult, not just because of these grim discoveries, but also for Alex and I, it was a difficult day because Canada Day is when we usually also celebrated Riley's birthday. He would have been turning 16 this Canada Day, and so that was difficult. On my Facebook memories, pictures from his birthday, his 15th birthday last year, popped up. So, it was hard seeing the pictures from his last birthday. It was where we had made him a little crown that had balloons on it, and like stickers of balloons and the Canadian flag and stuff like that. And we don't know, we never knew exactly what his exact birth date was, like when he was born. All we knew is that when we adopted him, his paperwork had said that he was born in July, 3 years prior to when we adopted him. So we just figured Canada Day was the easiest to remember. Let's just go with July 1st. I mean, he may have been born at on any of the days in July, but we were just like, let's just go with July 1st. And so that's what we did. And so it was difficult. So with all the, you know, sad emotions around the day, and I just decided to still go ahead and dress my dolls, just because I needed some dolly time. I haven't really done much with my dolls in a few months, and so it just kind of served as a little bit of a distraction. It kind of lifted my mood a bit, and yeah, it just put a little bit of fun in my day, as hard as it was. And I took the time to cuddle a little bit with each baby after I changed them, before I put them back down. And so that was pretty much our Canada Day. But I just felt that I needed to share with those who aren't Canadian, and probably like maybe some are not aware of what's been happening over here. But I know that Canada's urging the U.S. to investigate the residential schools in the U.S. as well. So, because I can imagine that if these things were happening at residential schools here, I'm sure they were happening at other ones as well. So I'm just going to now show you what the babies are wearing. Maya has on this cute little red hairband with a red flower, and her shirt is red, and it has this white maple leaf on it, and then in silver, sparkly silver, it says Canadian Princess, and she's got some white shorts on. And I left all my babies barefoot. It's been hot here again. We had a few days where it finally cooled down a little, but now it's starting to go back up. Maisie's here in her maple leaf sun hat. I love this sun hat. White with red maple leaves. And she has a white shirt, and it's got glitter letters, and it says I Heart Canada. And the I and the Canada are silver glitter, and the heart is a white heart on top of a sparkly red maple leaf. And then she has these cute little red shorts. And over here we have Landon. And originally I had Landon in the Joe Fresh romper that I showed you in my haul, but I just did not like the way it fit on him. The material wasn't soft. It was a weird stretchy material. And then the issue that I find a lot with rompers and sleepers that have zippers is that the zipper like bulges out, and it just looked weird. I did take a picture, so if I remember when I'm editing, I'll insert it here. But I ended up ultimately changing him back into this onesie, which I think is a Carter's onesie. It's white, and it has red trim around the collar and the sleeves, and it's a red maple leaf wearing sunglasses. He's got arms and legs, and he's holding up a peace sign, and it says "Oh Canada," and I paired it with these little denim shorts. And I think the denim shorts are Gymboree brand. And over here we have Yuki and Savannah. And Yuki has on a white onesie. It's a little big for her. It has Hello Kitty on it holding a heart that has the Canadian flag in it, and it says I Heart Canada. And Savannah has on a Carter's romper that is white with red trim around the collar, sleeves, and legs, and little red maple leaves all over it, and it says I Heart Canada, but instead of a heart it's a maple leaf, and she's got a cute little red bow with white polka dots in her hair. Over here in the bassinet we have Haley. Again, sorry for the bad lighting in here. She's wearing an Old Navy outfit. It's a little big for her because it's 0 to 3 months, but it has a white shirt with ruffle sleeves and a maple leaf that's got a smiley face on it and legs, and it says Happy Canada Day, and it comes with red shorts, and she's wearing a hairband that I made. The hairband part is lace, and then it has this big like rosette kind of flower that has red and white in the flower. So that's Haley. Coming over here into the living room, we've got the boys here. We've got Joshua and Noah. Joshua is wearing a white onesie, and I think I got this on Etsy. Did I get it on Etsy, or did I get it at a handmade store? I don't remember where I got this onesie, but it's a handmade thing. And it has it's got like, it looks like it has a bow tie, not a bow tie, just a tie that has Canadian flags all over it. And then Noah is wearing the new onesie I got from Joe Fresh, and it's a little big. It's a little big on him, but not overly big. So it says Canada is my jam. It's got a white maple leaf listening to headphones. So yeah, like I ended up returning quite a few things from the Joe Fresh order. The pink biker shorts did not fit at all. They were way too tight. And I really didn't feel like getting a size bigger would even help. They just weren't, they're just not the right kind of shorts for reborns, because when they have cloth bodies, any kind of tight fitting pant is just gonna like indent the body. It just didn't look right. So I returned those, and I returned the red maple leaf romper. I ended up returning the cat shirt because it just wasn't quite what I had pictured, and it ran big. But they don't sell smaller sizes in that, unfortunately. Yeah, so I returned, that was 4 items. Oh, and I ended up returning the aqua onesie for Maisie. I just kind of changed my mind on it. It was a little plainer than I expected, and really, she has so much already. I just kind of was like, no. So I returned those things last night. Got my money back on those. Yeah, so that's what the boys are wearing. And then here in the hall, we have Zoe, and she's wearing a Build-A-Bear outfit that has a sparkly maple leaf on it with hearts, and the sleeves are kind of like a flutter kind of sleeve. I don't know if that's what you call it. That are red, and the color's red, and then it comes with these cute little denim shorts. And then going over here, we've got Gracie, and she's wearing an Oshkosh shirt, and it says Canada's Sweetheart, and then she's got denim shorts as well. And Claire is wearing an Old Navy set, and it actually fits her really well for 0 to 3 months, and it's just a nice sleeveless dress that is red with white maple leaves on it. So that's what everyone was wearing And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to click the subscribe button if you're new, because once I get to 50,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye!